We're back for round 2 of the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series at Mountain Creek Bike Park in Vernon, New Jersey. The juniors have once again shown up in force for this second round. With our junior men's series leader jumping up to the pro class, the door is wide open for the next red plate holder. Now it's time to get caught up with the next generation of Cat 1 Junior 17 to 18 classes. Let's toss it over to Will and Grizz for our top 3 junior women and our top 5 junior men in this stacked field of talented young racers.
Hello race fans, it's Will Washam back with you in the announcing booth with Sean Grizz McClendon, and we've got our junior expert women ready to hit the track for round number 2 of the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series. And Grizz, you take a look at the top 3 in these seating results, some of our top riders from round number 1 at Rock Creek.
We've got some podium contenders back in podium contention. Sarah Ligman in third. On the same second as Charlie Bernard, Addison Buckenberger brought the heat with over a 4-second gap in her seating run. We've got some tight racing lined up. Let's go, Will.
Well, Grizz, Emma Jarl will start us off for GIA Racing. She's going to be our hot seat rider as we move into our top 3. And conditions today couldn't be better for these junior expert women. These are our 17 to 18-year-old racers, the next gen in the women's class.
Conditions are looking spectacular right here. You can see things aren't looking too greasy. Plenty of traction, even though her front wheel deflected right there off that real sharp edge rock. So it'll be interesting to see how this course develops throughout these race runs today, Will.
Yeah, Emma's starting us off with the 27.7 in the SR Sun Tour hole shot. That's our first split. We've got that SR Sun Tour hole shot award the entire series this year in the Monster Energy Pro Downhill. What we won't have, Grizz, is this iconic rock garden here at Mountain Creek across the series. What a section right there riders have to tackle.
Emma being a rookie to this class, Category 1, she's riding all of these technical sections like she's a seasoned veteran here. I'm pretty impressed with her riding here today, Will. As she opts for the outside into the whoops. Nice speed, a little bit of top heavy. You can see she's getting kicked around pretty good there, but overall maintaining really good pace through this nasty section here, Will.
Yeah, Emma's holding tight lines. Like you said, riding really composed. And she's going to put down a 2:56, so that would have been good enough for third place yesterday. So you're all definitely up to speed as we take a look at this Asylum Rock Garden. And she was pinned on this outside line. As we look to Sarah Ligman. She was our winner from round number 1 in Ride Rock Creek. Seated third today. Bit off the pace, Grizz. 4.7 seconds off the pace, but we know Sarah's got it in her.
Makes you wonder, Will, did she have an issue with her run? Maybe wash out a turn? I'm not sure. Maybe she was just being conservative to let it all out today. Right now, she's looking like she's absolutely on the gas, 10 out of 10 on her intensity scale, maintaining great pace through this nasty first wood section, Will. Liking what I'm seeing here.
First split coming up here for Ligman. Oh, so she's going to be up by almost a second at the SR Sun Tour Hole Shot Award. She's riding for the Monster Army this year. And yeah, Grizz, I agree. The intensity is up here for Ligman.
That is a good amount of green for her at split 1. Sarah Ligman winning round 1. She's going to be looking to repeat and extend her points gap as she's laying down a heater today. Well, I'm super impressed with the lines and Bustamante out of these woods here.
Yeah, these are some pro-level lines right here from Sarah Ligman. She's going to make her way to this U.S. Open step-up gap and then back down into this whoop section and gaps into these turns. That's commitment.
Her form is fantastic. Looks like her fitness is dialed. She's got a lot of Fontana racing under her belt. Wow, look at this gap. Almost 5 seconds green here, Will. Absolutely pinned.
Yeah, she was loose into those loops. Oh, and the big commitment on the drop right there. So, yeah, Grizz, Ligman has busted out all the lines here on race day. This is the only run that counts. And she puts it into first place by 11 seconds at 2:44. That would have been a top 3 pro time yesterday, Grizz.
That was a statement. That's going to be a difficult time to knock off the hot seat today. Well, look at this pace and composure. Fantastic riding from Sarah Ligman.
Well, Charlie Bernard, she's seated in second place yesterday, riding for Evo Bromont. It was a 2:54 for her in seating and a very high line right there. That was clean.
Yeah, you can see the pace she was carrying. She scrubbed way low towards the tape. She's opting for the low line here, just keeping her pace momentum rolling. You know, the compressions here, they're not super big. You can see the suspension is not really deep in the travel here, but man, these tires and rocks are just pinging it. She's a little bit red, but within striking distance, Will, as she carries a decent speed here. She's going to have to charge a little bit harder if she wants to get back on the pace of Sarah Ligman.
Yeah, it's not an overly long track, Grizz, but the speeds are pretty high. So, I mean, over this, just more than 2.5 minutes, these riders are covered a lot of ground, covered a lot of terrain, so fitness will come into play.
And Sarah absolutely dominated from here down to the finish line. So she's got her work cut out for her to be within striking distance. At least look for a podium position today, Will, as she charges through these rocky routes here out in Mountain Creek.
Yeah, it's easy to do when it is this chunky. The trail crew's done an amazing job putting this track together. We've got fresh sections mixed with old favorites like this whoop section from the 2017 U.S. Open. Split number 2, going to be almost 4 seconds back for Charlie Bernard, but, I mean, she's still riding with a bunch of confidence here, Chris.
Yeah, and Sarah absolutely charged, like I said, just lower half. So not surprised to see her go a little bit deeper in the red. But what a day to race downhill. Conditions look like they couldn't be much better. What do you think, Will? It's looking out. It's awesome today.
Yeah, I agree. There's some ruts, some remnants of the rain that we saw earlier this week as Charlie Bernard puts down some power here coming into the final section. Bernard going to send it right there on the finish line jump. Let's see where she'll be able to slot in. It's going to be second place, so she's guaranteed a top 3 podium position, Grizz. A 250.9, dropped 4 seconds from yesterday.
Good note, Will. She had an impressive run. That's a lot of time to make up on this short track, and these young ladies are ripping. It's awesome to see.
And here is our fastest seated racer, Addison Buchenberger for the T3 Race Team Monster Armory and BC Goggles. She had a 4.5 second advantage yesterday, but she's going to have to drop a few seconds if she wants to knock Sarah Ligman off the top step of the hot seat.
Well, she's had some really good consistency to her race season so far, and today she's bringing the heat. Liking this pace I'm seeing. No mistakes, just pure execution. Wow, this is going to be a real tight race as we cross here to the whole shot.
Wow, 2.94 up, Grizz. That's a huge margin in such a small section of the track. How'd she do that?
Yeah, her pace is as fast as it looked. It's interesting to see. Whoa, my goodness. Whoa, big mistake, but it's not over yet. Looks like she's got air in her tires. How is she going to hold it together through these nasty rocks? Well, whoa.
Yeah, she was barely able to stay on the horse right there, and you could see the pace that she carried into that section where she gapped on, gapped off, and maybe went a little bit deeper than she thought she would go based on the race pace here for Addison Buchenberger. And like you said, she's got time to pull it back together. We will see what this next split says as she approaches the whoops.
That was a big moment for a race run, and Addison's doing a great job of holding her composure, maintaining green. Oh, no! I spoke too soon, Will. Oh, she was doing such a great job, but 2 big mistakes, that's going to cost her.
The commentator's curse is real, Grizz, as Buchenberger got bucked right out of those whoops. But, man, it's from really impressive riding. It's so awesome that we get to see this race run, and we're not just looking at that time from the end of the day and thinking, hey, she wasn't on pace, because she's absolutely on the pace for a potential winning run if she can't hold it together.
I mean, that's probably a 6-7. Look at the professionalism in the brake repositioning. I love this. This is reminiscent of the old 2-stroke days of motocross, Will.
Well, Addison, big hit right there. Looks like a bit of a soft rear tire too, Grizz. Not surprising here. You'll see that at Mountain Creek as Addison will go into 3rd place. It's a 254, was not able to hold it together, but what an exciting race run and what an exciting race. And that means Sarah Ligman will be back on top of the podium here at round number 2 of the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series, taking the win just ahead of Charlie Bernard and Addison Buchenberger with that wild run slotting into 3rd.
Rounding out the podium in 4th is Emma Jarl and Camille Bernard, putting the Bernard sisters 2 for 2 on the podium, rounding out our top 5.
Grizz, it is time for our junior men, 17 to 18, to take to the track. We take a look at the seeding results from yesterday. Some really fast times in the top 5 here. It's a who's who of regional downhill racing across the U.S. We got Colin Bork in 5th from Defiant Racing out of Connecticut. Austin Hazley out of North Carolina. Loic Houdon in 3rd out of Canada. Drake Parker from Utah in 2nd. And Jack Zanoni from right here in Short Hills, New Jersey on top of seeding with the 219.
Knowing that Drake Parker is a multi-talented athlete, he's good at anything he puts his hands and feet on. Super excited to see his race run today. But look at that time of Jack Zanoni, that 219. I mean, that's a hot time in the pro class. Is it his day?
Grizz, Max Abrams is going to start us off riding for Highland Mountain Bike Park, Monster Army, and Crank Brothers. He's sitting on the hot seat before we get into our top 5. Oh, man, and he is coming with the smoke right out of the gate.
No kidding, Will. This kid's on the gas, sprinting 1,000% into this wood section, opting for that low line. Whoa, nice setup, carrying great pace through these woods. Charging.
Yeah, he's really dynamic here up in this top section. The SR Sun Tour hole shot. He's going to put down a 22.05, you know, nothing crazy. Psych, that's freaking fast, dude. That was, would have been our second fastest time from yesterday.
Max Abrams trying to make a name for himself today. I'm really impressed with this kid's riding. We don't have that many stats. I mean, looking at his racing, Eastern States Cup, he goes back to 2019. So he's got a few seasons of racing under his belt, but look at the pace this kid's carrying, Will. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's been trying to make a name for himself this season. He was 5th place at round number 1 of the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series at Rock Creek, and I love the setup right there, like a veteran, nice and wide into these corners.
Juice in those berms. Do you see the exit speed he's carrying? Nice composure into these whoops. Looks like he got a nice regroup, and bam, it's on like Donkey Kong from here to the finish line. Will, he's charging, banging off that step down, heavy compression. Wow.
Well, he's got the lines dialed, riding the edges of the track, snuck the inside there through the ruts and back on the gas. Yeah, Max Abrams opening us up in style here.
Just displaying the sound of speed for us, too. This kid's wheels are just slapping.
And it's a 219, Grizz. He breaks that 220 mark. So, I mean, that's right up there with the top 10 of our pro times. We got to take another look at some of those loose moments.
Yeah, Max had himself a day. That's a great run. 219, I mean, he's already set the bar as high as it was set yesterday. Unbelievable form. This kid is, yeah, today's his day, Will. That's a tough time.
Well, Colin Bork looking to make it his day here at round number 2 of Monster Energy Pro Downhill, riding for Defiant Racing. And Grizz, this is a kid that's been breaking out the past couple seasons. Great results in the Downhill Southeast Circuit as well as the Eastern States Cup. He's out of Connecticut.
You're absolutely right, Will. Buttery smooth. Executing. And, you know, we're going to see the Defiant Racing ROMs kind of flip-flop back between this class and pro at, like, the Downhill Southeast in their regional series. He's green at split 1 here, Will.
Yeah, that SR Sun Tour hole shot split green for Colin Bork. Right up to pace and not surprising at all. Pretty experienced for being in the junior class. We've seen him growing up here on the East Coast the past couple years. And, hey, he's pulling all these gaps right here to keep his speed together.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body on the bike, and, you know, I'm wondering if his weight deficiency might have a disadvantage for him on those kind of flatter, rocky, rooty sections here at Mountain Creek. But he's absolutely back on the gas here. Loving the speed out of Colin Bork today. Wow. He's
still
that green.
Yep. Yeah, just barely into the green.
Did you
Just
see
over
that gap? That was
1/10.
nasty. Oh, why is he taking a page out of Asa Vermette's book? That was nasty, Will.
Colin Bork is on the edge of traction here. The man only knows one pace, and that is full throttle. He's trying to bring home a podium result for the Defiant Racing crew.
Not holding back. Great build of speed and intensity in this race run. Will, is he pushing a flat tire? Or is he? It looks like he's leaking down there.
Oh, no, it is a slow leak there for Bork, and he's going to lose time at the bottom. Goes 4th. A 2:23.97, still a great time, but what could have been for Colin as we look back up at the Asylum section. Still plenty of air in the tires right there, but yeah, we'll see him later in the season as we move on to Austin Hazley. Put down a 4th place seating result yesterday, riding for Extreme Gravity Racing. He was the overall champion for Downhill Southeast last season in this class, Chris.
Austin coming out swinging. Look at this pace, Will. He's flying. Opting for this low line, letting that speed build. Banging his wheels off these nasty rocks here in Mountain Creek. What a pace. Oh my God, this kid is setting a high bar.
Oh, and he's a second up at split number 1
Right.
at 21.2 at the SR Sun Tour hole shot. Gets a couple hard cranks out of there.
I'm liking that chromed out frameworks he's on too. Is that chrome or white? It's a sick looking frame either way. What
It's
a run out of
polished
Austin.
up. Yeah, and he's certainly letting that bike have it today here at Mountain Creek. You've got to if you want to be on top pace.
Unbelievable riding out of Austin Hazley
Oh,
today. Oh,
mistake,
blowing a foot
though.
out. He's charging. He doesn't care. Cursing. Get on through it. You got a race to win today. He's still in this, Will.
Grizz, I'm looking at that rear tire. It's looking a little soft.
You know, yeah, he just called it flat tire.
Oh, no.
Oh, bummer. You know, it's 2024. These bikes have come a long way, but flat tires can still ruin your day. Isn't that insane, Will?
Oh, it's crazy, man. He's still pressing on, though. Was a top 10 result at round number 1. He's off the rock drop with a flat.
He doesn't care. It looks like he's just going for points. Just damage control. Enjoy the show, folks. This is insane riding with a flat tire. You got to be kidding me. What?
Yeah, that Continental bead, it's still holding on strong there, and Hazley's still putting the power down. Is he going to
Love
send
the
the last
fight.
jump? Yes, he does.
Just doesn't care. I love it. This is how you do it. Make the most out of it. Squeeze it. Lemonade today. Impressive. What?
13th place. It's going to be a little bit of a sour taste, but he can go into the next race with some great points there as we look back up to Asylum. I think he already had a flat right here, Grizz.
Yeah, it looks like he was pinging around pretty good right there. I'm not sure if he's running an insert, but the pin Canadian, Loic, he threw down here at round 1. Really impressed with this kid's flow and technique on the bike. What's he going to do for us today, Will?
Yeah, he was right on the pace yesterday, just 2.8 seconds off the top time at Jacksononi, and it's interesting to see the lines that these riders are painting up here at the top. We just saw Hazley kind of keeping it really low to the ground, and kind of similar to what we just saw from Loic Houdon. He's going to be 0.3 back from that time we just saw at Austin Hazley, so one of our fastest first splits at the SR Sun Tour hole shot.
That is well within range. You can hear the difference in his tires. He's pinging way less aggressively. I'm loving the effortless effort, I'll describe it, out of Loic today. Love this kid's riding, man. So fun to watch.
He's going to pull that cheeky line, Grizz, around that booter. We saw that in the pro men's race as well. A few riders opting for that to keep some momentum.
His posture's looking solid on the bike. Looks like he's ready to put in a full pull sprint now to the finish, Will. Is he going to have enough in the tank to go green at the finish line as he holds great pace through these berms?
We'll see what he's got here. It's split number 2. He dives into the whoops. Oh, he's gone red by about a second as he gets the rear end kicked up out of that whoop section.
Now he's going to have to find something, or is he just in a podium fight today, maybe not gunning for the win? Easy to overcook it, and as I spoke there. What is up with my curse today, Will?
Moments there.
Wow, I'm just setting these kids up for disaster.
But holding on to it. A super committed section and committed riding from Loic Houdon, riding for Common Saw SL Gravity team today. Round number 2 of the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series, and he goes second. Wow, just 1 second off the pace. Let's go to Lars here in the finish line.
Listen, we know these kids are pushing. We just saw Austin come down with a flat as well. That's 2 riders in a row. We talked about the rocks here. They're literally 1 inch offline. Could be a day ender from a mechanical standpoint.
Well, we are on to Drake Parker. He seated second yesterday for the Outlaw Tribe and for Common Saw Liat TRP.
This kid's an exciting rider to watch. I was looking at his Instagram profile and noticing that, okay, he can dunk 360s. He can huck backflips. He can get nearly within the green distance here of split 1. This kid is an awesome, multi-talented athlete, Will, and going to be really impressed to see him as he progresses into the pro ranks of competitive downhill racing.
Yeah, all those skills that he's picked up from the other disciplines paying off here at Mountain Creek. Some committed riding there through the Asylum Rock Garden. And, yeah, wouldn't be the first crossover athlete we've seen in downhill mountain biking. A gentleman by the name of Sean Palmer, pretty handy on the wood planks on snow as well.
Yeah, good old Napalm. But look at the riding. You can tell he's got that skier's composure, super strong legs, just bolting through all these bumps. No problem.
Well,
Drake
he's
going
just
inside.
1 second back there. Yeah, he's going to hold some tight lines to keep the pace.
No backflips off the step down today, but, you know, he probably could if he wanted to. Little mini flip Monday. Oh, my goodness!
Look at the rhythm.
Holding that together somehow. Does he have air in his tires? That's the question. It's been a challenge today here, Will. Wow.
Oh, I think he does. He's scrubbing there on the finish line jump. Able to pull for that bonus double. So Drake Parker for the Outlaw Tribe. He goes second place to 20.18.
The send was strong in that run.
Max Abrams still hanging out there on the hot seat.
Is the only one that could take Max out of that hot
I had a
seat.
feeling Drake was going to throw down an entertaining run. Making quick work of these rocks. See you later. That was a great run, Will. That was entertaining. But Jack
Well,
Zanoni.
and here's our top-seeded rider, Grizz, Jack Zanoni, right here from Short Hills, New Jersey for ZFR Factory Racing. This man wants nothing less than a first place today. He's pulling out all the stops for it.
Jeez, you hear these pops and snaps. My goodness, the pace is real. He's in it to win it today, Will. This is a all or nothing race run. Holy cow.
Oh, and it is all in right now. 21.48 and a new line there right after the SR Suntour hold shot. He got into that rut, got some support to get out of that section.
Jack Zanoni staying so low. Unbelievable. The pace and lines he's executing today, Will. And conditions are looking fantastic. Looks like it's dried out to near perfection. Whoa! See ya. Woo.
Yeah, scrubbing that jump where everyone else is pulling up, transferring a little bit farther over riders right there out of that section. Jack was off the podium at round number 1 in Rock Creek, so he wants to show his pace, and he's showing it right here.
Yeah, I mean, this kid's leaving me lost for words. I'm like blown away with this riding. Look at the send. Flat. So 1.5 seconds up, split 2. Yeah, this is his day, Will. This is an unbelievable race run. Holy cow.
Yeah, Jack Zanoni is on rails here at his home mountain. Oh, and he's gone outside of that tree. First rider we've seen do that, cutting across those ruts. Oh, and he's digging deep right here. He's got a few more corners to go. He can't let off the gas yet.
That was a brilliant setup, and that exit speed is going to pay dividends. He's green as he's coming to the line. Will, I think this is his race today. What a run. What's the time going to say?
Zanoni, he's going to do it, Grizz. He goes fastest at 2:18.42. Look at Jack. He's so fired up. So is the crowd here at Mountain Creek. He's going to take that win by about 1.5 seconds. Max Abrams, he was up there on the hot seat for a while. It's going to be second place for him. Let's go to Jack in the finish corral.
Look at the stoke. All right, he says it's a run of a lifetime. Let's get those goggles off, give you a chance to catch your breath. Let's hear a little bit about it.
That was something else, dude. Traction was like nowhere to be found, but I just let it hang loose and just freaking hope to God that I made it across the finish line. So we made it. I love you guys.
Heck yeah, congratulations, my man. Super, super impressive, and love to see that.
Here's your podium, Grizz. Jack Zanoni flexing on him on the top. First place today for ZFR Racing. Max Abrams in second, Drake Parker third, Loic Houdon fourth, and McClure Bailey rounding out our podium in fifth. This is going to be a great season of junior men's racing.
And Will, what does the podium say here in our points overall? Jack Zanoni will take the lead with 90. Right behind him is Max Abrams and the Canadian Loic Houdon. Rounding out our top 5 is McClure Bailey and Austin Hazley.
Grizz, you never say die. Austin Hazley had that flat tire high up in his run, but look at the points he's managed to salvage. He's going to be 5th in the overall. Hope to see all these boys in California for round number 3. Our series points see Sarah Ligman on top with the perfect season so far, going 2 for 2, netting 100 points. Charlie Bernard in second with 88, tied with Addison Buchenberger after 2 strong performances today, with Camille Bernard in fourth with 82 and Matilda Melton in fifth. Grizz, it's some good racing.
Will, you know Sarah's loving to see that perfect 100 up on the scoreboard. From here on out, it's going to be who shows up to round 3 and round 4. Can anyone knock Sarah off the top?
Well, we will find out when we head to California for round number 3 of the Monster Energy Pro Downhill Series.